I find myself screwing around after work, and I thought I would try and clean up some of the oil on this. So I've been at this a little bit, and oh, I got the viscous fan off last night. That was bare. I think this is the water pump here. And there's some little bits and pieces of it that broke. You gotta wedge like an Allen wrench in there, and it's not easy, and it breaks stuff. Anyway, got it off eventually with the help of a very long copper pipe over the end of a wrench. But anyway, came off. So I was playing around here and unable to help myself. And I'm looking at this thinking I can take some stuff off because, gee whiz, that doesn't look too difficult. So I think I might, while I'm at it, take some stuff off, like that tensioner, which looks terrible. I don't know if that sounds terrible or what. I mean, I never think that they're absolutely quiet, but it seems like it's not, not too Anyway, I'm going to replace it anyway. I think I'll take that off. I may take this little brackety thing here off. And then, I don't know, we'll see what the spirit moves me. I already took off the fan, which is up there, because I ran out of places to put stuff away, as well as a couple of covers for this. You can see the marks from my last timing belt job. Right there and there and there. Anyway, there it is. Came off fairly easy. Just a 10 millimeter Allen head. And a bar. It came right off. I'm going to do this one. There's one, two, whoop. I'm going to do this one, this bracket. I don't know what the hell it does, but there's no point in leaving it there. So 1, 2, and there's one here as well, which I have my ratchet head on. And I think that's all it's holding that. I think that's holding the alternator. It's an alternator bracket, I think. All right, I got the first one out, and there it is. And that came from right up there. And I just wanted to take a picture of that because it's got a washer. And I like this one, so that's why the loud noise thing. These two cracked loose. That one's coming off. And looky, a hidden washer. Who would have even known it was there? What devilry. I'm sure there's another one there, and this thing is loosey-loose, so that's coming off. It's loosey-loosey. I don't know, I'm not a good cameraman. A moth to the flame, man. So, I'm going to take a shot at taking that thing there off. Idler pulley. That's a 5 millimeter Allen in there, and I've backed it off. It doesn't really come out, but it may be out enough. And then 1, 2, and there's another one in there. Those are, what is this thing? 6. Those are 6. So we'll get those off. That one there's going to be tough because that thing won't get in there. Did you even show that, you reach? That won't go in there. Okay. Well, as usual, thwarted. That is stuck behind this thing. And this is important. This is the cover that's got the timing mark on it. Right there. So that and this need to line up. Now, I haven't moved this engine since I took it out. And I have the timing belt on it still, so even if I crank it, it should be fine. But I don't want to crank it. So I got to zip off these bolts and take the harmonic balancer here off in order to take the cover off, in order to get that out, because it's wiggly. I got 2 bolts. One, these 2 came out of that one and that one there. And then these other ones, this is screwed up. They're inside here. I don't know how you take them off. You must have to pull this thing off. But the whole thing is loose, and it should come out. But that whole thing should come out, but it's just hung up behind this by just a tiny little bit. And if I force it, I'm going to break that, which you don't want to do. So I think it's time to hang it up, even though I'm sorely tempted to try and take that harmonic balancer off. But if I do that, well, what's the worst that can happen, right? Engine's out of the car. Need the impact gun for that, I think. What time is it? Well, as usual, I couldn't leave well enough alone. But I managed to crack all those bolts loose, and they cracked off easily, fairly easily actually. So, what happens when they all come out? I don't think, I mean, look at the rust on this thing. Can you imagine this is going to come off very easily? I don't have a puller neither. Not that there's anything to pull on. I wonder if I've done something out of order, probably. Anyway, check that shit out. It wiggled right off. 10 millimeter bolt. Good thing I didn't try to force that. So 10 millimeter, this thing comes off, that comes out, and then 10 millimeter, that comes off, then it's time to quit. All right. Right, well that's enough. This thing here, these two bolts fit in there and there, there and there. So those two, there's one there and I dropped one over here. There is the other one. And the other two are ingeniously located where? In there. There's one. And the other one is in that hole. Okay, anyway, trust me, it's in there. You can't get these out. So I think what happens here actually is that this pulley is somehow attached to that, and let's hope it doesn't spin. I think it's pressed. It looks like it was probably pressed, although God knows how I'm gonna get that thing out. I've taken this thing apart once, and I probably took it off just like this. And actually, it's in it. The bearing is good. So this can be reused, but I'm gonna have to be careful because there's some schmutz. There's some little bits of metal from when I bashed it all up that's stuck in there. So anyway, there's that. There's the two bolts that go with it. Over there we have the harmonic balancer bolts. We have the cover, and it's two bolts. We have the alternator bracket, and we have a tensioner, which won't be able to be reused, but anyway, that's enough for tonight. I'm gonna just put stuff away, and that's that.